Yes, guys, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV once again for another watch along. We have the last 16. It's Holland v Czech Republic. It's going to be a very, very good game today, Jack, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be a cracker, David. I think it's kind of one maybe the more underrated, maybe not so hyped up games, maybe you would say, of this round of 16. I think this one's going to be absolutely fascinating because maybe the Czechs might be a bit underrated, you would say, David.
Yeah, look, I said coming into this competition, they were my dark horse. Right. I do think that they're a good team. I do think they're very hard to beat, to be fair to them. And for me, look, I don't think this game is a foregone conclusion today. I genuinely think Czech Republic could end up turning Holland over today. But look, we will run through the watch-alongs. We have Stecklenburg in goals. We have De Vries at centre-back along with De Ligt and Daley Blind. Dumfries at right wing-back. Van Aanholt at left wing-back. And then we have a midfield three of De Roon, De Jong, and Wijnaldum, but Wijnaldum will push on a little bit. And then we have a front two of Malin and Memphis. So Holland have gone for a 3-5-2 today. With Czech Republic, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 with Vajlik in goals, Koufal at right back, the guy that plays for West Ham. Salutska and Thomas Kallas playing partnering at centre back with Kadira back at left back. Then we have a midfield two of Holej and Souček, who I've been very impressed with so far in this tournament, to get through a hell of a lot of work in there. With Sevcik at left wing, Mazopust at right wing, Barak as a centre attacking midfielder, with Patrick Schick up front, the guy with 3 goals in the competition, 2 of them world-class goals. Jack, what do you make of the lineups?
I think with the Dutch, it's maybe the one significant change that people might notice is just that Wout Weghorst is not in the lineup this time. That very, very tall Dutch center forward from Wolfsburg and the Bundesliga. He's actually, maybe I'd say, had a pretty good tournament or pretty good group stage. Seemed to threaten really well and combine well with the likes of Memphis Depay. But this time they're going with Daniel Malin from PSV Eindhoven, the speedster, David. He's absolutely rapid. Definitely has a little bit of a nice touch and bit of techers on him as well. You could see them being absolutely dynamic with Wijnaldum.
Who does he play for, Jack? PSV, is it?
Plays for PSV Eindhoven, yeah, David. And he's absolutely rapid. He's supposed to be very, maybe one of the big up-and-coming Dutch players, especially maybe the one maybe to take the reins, maybe from Depay, maybe, down the line in the future. He's supposed to be brilliant. Especially that one run that he had for that goal was absolutely insane. He could definitely be very dangerous, but maybe moving on to the Czechs, David, I would say with the Czechs, very defensively solid, David, very defensively solid. Yeah. A lot of those players, they all play for Slavia Prague, that team that obviously had a very good Europa League campaign recently. The likes of Sevcik, Holeš, Mazopust, I think they all play for Slavia Prague. That guy Barak on the left wing from Hellas Verona in Serie A has done quite well. And then Patrick Schick, David. Patrick Schick has been an absolute baller. I think he's been so stylish. Who doesn't love a tall man with a little bit of techers, nice touch on him. And then he's got a bit of a banger as well.
He does, to be fair to him, Jack. He does, to be fair to him. I really do like the look of him. Jack, can you just check on your laptop, see if this is live on YouTube?
Yeah, it says live, David.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Look, with Czech Republic, I have to say, with Souček and Holej in midfield, I think they get through an incredible amount of work in there. They're box-to-box midfielders, the two of them. They break up play, but they also join the attack. And as we know, Souček, he is a threat in the air. He is a threat in and around the box, and he can grab a couple of goals. Schick, look, he's been very good up front this tournament. You always have a player, Jack, that comes alive. Mm-hmm. And this is him. He's come alive for it. Patrick Schick has. Look, Koufal again at right back. He's another very good technician in there. He works hard. Kallas, that's the guy that used to play in the Premier League there. He's a very good player. But look, with Holland, I have to say I've been very impressed with Dumfries getting up and down the wing. He's an absolute flyer. This guy, he's brilliant. He's like Reguilon for Tottenham. He gets in the box, he gets on the end of things and stuff like that. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Frankie de Jong in midfield, the Barcelona boy. I really like this kid. I think he's a very, very good player. You have Wijnaldum, of course, from Liverpool. We do know he likes to get in the box and get in the end of things. And look, Memphis Depay up front along with Malin, 2 very pacey players. So you can tell that maybe Holland are looking to maybe try and get in behind them, a bit like what Leicester do with Jamie Vardy. Get the ball in behind them and see what can come of it. So look, it's going to make a very, very interesting game. But Jack, who do you predict is going to win today's game?
It's really difficult, David. The Dutch have kind of maybe underrated them this entire tournament. I've kind of, and I kind of anticipated them to slip up, maybe even in the group stages. They've absolutely, proved me wrong. But then again, maybe this is my last chance to maybe see if they'll slip up again. I'm going to back the Czechs, actually, to pull something out here, David. Maybe a 1-0. Maybe it goes to extra time and the Czechs pull it out. But I do think the Czechs are going to pull it out here. But the Dutch, I think they could prove me wrong easily. They have been insane.
Yeah, they really could. Look, I don't think we can afford to do extra time today. I hope it doesn't go to extra time, man. I really don't. But look, there's a very good possibility of this, because one thing with Czech Republic, they are very good as a defensive unit. They do stick tight together. Look, to get out of the group, they did. They beat Scotland. Although Scotland did beat them before that. Coming into the tournament, Scotland played them. I think it was in the qualification campaign, when Scotland bet them. So, they bet Scotland. They got a draw against Croatia, which I don't think anybody gave them hope. And, of course, lost to England, but they weren't massively, overplayed by England either. Like, they did have their chances, especially in the second half. So, look, with Czech Republic, they're a tight unit. They've all been together from a young age, and they're starting to prosper now. With Holland, what do you make of Holland, Jack? So, look, they bet Ukraine, they bet Austria, bet Macedonia. Not exactly a hard group to get out of. Look, Austria, maybe you could say that was a difficult game. They put up a good fight against Italy last night. But as we've seen with Austria, they do give away chances. Italy just didn't take them until extra time. What do you make of Holland? Do you think even if they get through today, that if they come up against a bigger team, they would be found out?
It's difficult to say, David. I think maybe it's just maybe that defense and that back line has not really been maybe pressured enough or just questioned enough, you could say. It's a very aging back line. Obviously, they have the likes of Matthias de Ligt there, and Matthias de Ligt is young and spry and very powerful. But Daley Blind, very technical, very good on the ball, but, definitely has, capable of, being beat, for pace anytime, you could say. And then also the likes of Stefan de Vrij, who's also maybe not as maybe strong in the likes of pace. And so maybe it's just difficult to say, David. I think you're right. I think Austria maybe was the only real test. And then they did have Ukraine as well. But maybe when they come up against some sort of team that maybe has a bit of someone that can get in behind them and question them that way, maybe then they'll get found out. But the Czechs, they don't have a lot of very speedy players, so they might also be kind of comfortable this game. It's hard to say.
Yeah, they very well could be. It's going to be an interesting game. Look, the teams are out on the pitch. We're just about to kick off here, and as you can see, the starting lineups are rolling along the bottom there on the screen. Look, we're just ready to kick off here. Czech Republic are kicking off. They're playing in white. Holland are playing in their all-orange kit. Look, it's underway. Last 16 here. It's going to be a very, very exciting game. Jack, just quickly, what did you make of Italy and Austria yesterday?
I think Austria honestly can hold their heads high, David. I think that might have been actually one of their best games of the tournament. I think they played really well, especially in that second half. Maybe one might say they might be a little bit unlucky in that second half. I think Arnautovic played decently well. I think obviously that even that header that they had to make it a bit interesting was incredible. Grilic, I think, had a good game. I think there are I think they can just hold their heads high, David, against a very good Italian side.
Yeah, I
and they also went for it, David. I think they really went for it. They pressured them really high. They didn't sit back and, maybe wait for Italy to make a mistake. They kind of, tried to play toe to toe against them, which, I think, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, they didn't have any maybe what ifs going after the game. Like, what if we attacked them a bit more? What if we, weren't so pragmatic? I think they really went for it, David, which, all credit to them. Made it an interesting game.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Holland just on the attack there.
Right.
Got the ball down the left-hand side, put it across to the right-hand side, and just overhit. Well, a very good opportunity there for Holland to get into the game. So it was very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. Jack, are you sure we're live on YouTube now? Because I'm checking WeAreTottenhamTV here. I don't see it.
It says in the top left corner there. It says live. But yeah, let me check.
Yeah, but I wonder, is the YouTube account connected? Oh, Czech Republic unleashing a shot there. Who was that? Patrick Schick, good shot there. To be fair, they're testing Holland. This could be another end-to-end game.
I'm not seeing it there, David. I'm not seeing it live on YouTube.
Right, give me a minute.
Sorry about that.
No.
of result?
No, not yet. They're gonna fix it there for us now. I was thinking.
Because you couldn't see any comments?
Yeah.
I can't see the comments on the right.
But then I went and checked it on the laptop and I couldn't see it. See, it was connected and it was all, but look, I'm sure when the boys are jumping there now and fix it. I got a hold of Sim. So.
Interesting.
Might even end up having to chop this one off and just do the Belgium-Portugal one.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, someone went down.
In the meantime, though, we could probably sit here while we're waiting and get a few questions together.
For the show later today?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me...
Oh, that was a big chance for Holland. Oh. Who was that at the back post? The lit. Was unlucky. That was unlucky. Oh, he headed it back across goals. Oh, he got the wrong side of the head on it.
I'm about to see it.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. He met with the forehead instead of the side of the head. Just couldn't get the direction.
If Depay banged that would have been crazy. That would have been cool. But
yeah, that would have been a nice strike.
But
it's not going to be an easy win here for Czech Republic today, lad.
No, I don't want Holland to win. I'll just be honest.
Either do I, lad. So yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties there. We are here live with the watch along for Holland v Czech Republic. It is 0-0. Holland just had a chance there. Great ball across the box. The lit, it was up over the keeper. I just couldn't get the direction on it. Man, with the wrong part of his head. If he would have caught it just at the side of the forehead, he would have knocked it in. But he didn't. He headed it back across goal. And Memphis Depay coming across with a shot. Unlucky there as well from Memphis Depay. He just flashed across the area. Holland on the attack here again through Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to De Jong. De Jong out to, who was it? Van Aanholt. And yeah, Czech Republic just forcing them back. But Czech Republic sitting in very deep here at the moment. And they're after winning the ball. Can they break? Well held on. He had 3 Holland players around him. Oh, they've took it off him. Oh, good defending. This is a very scrappy game to open with, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very scrappy. It seems like it's going to be end-to-end maybe for the first 20 minutes, David.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does seem like that. It does seem like that. But look, so far it is all a bit like it is all Holland at the moment. A bit like the Wales Denmark game yesterday. I wonder will Czech Republic come into it at all? But Holland, they are manipulating the ball and they are using it well, passing it, rotating it side to side.
Yeah, they are.
Unlucky. Memphis Depay in behind for Malin. It came after the defender, and then after the defender, it fell back into the path of Malin. And the keeper just got out there ahead of him. That was a chance there for Holland. Big up FaZe Paradox. He says, hi guys, opinions on Nuno. Look, with Nuno, my man, it is what it is. Look, to be honest with you, I think just the most important message is whenever manager comes in, we need to get behind him. We have to back it. It's that simple. We have to back him. We have to get behind him. There's no point in sitting there and saying we didn't want Holland on the attack. Oh, great defending. Great defending by, I think that was Kabarak. Great defending there. That was very good defending. Got across. The pass was played in from the Dutch winger into the middle for Wijnaldum. He was running into the box and he got back in and got the slide tackle in. Very good slide tackle. FaZe Paradox says, I think he will get good things out of Skip and Session. Yeah, look, with Skip, I think he's going to be a very good player. We definitely need him in and around the team next season to fight competition for places. And Session, yeah, look, if we can adapt, if we do end up playing wing backs, which I'm pretty sure we will under Nuno, Session, he'd be a very good backup to
absolutely
to Regulon out that side. Dr. Pillowcase, absolutely love that name, my man. I hope you're keeping well. He says, hello, how's your day been? Yeah, it's been good, my man. It's been good. Look, join the gym. Bit sore today from all the weights and everything else, but it is what it is. You know, I have to lose these pounds. Stop eating a doner kebab. Stop downing cans of Coke. You know, and start getting on the fruit, the smoothies and stuff like that. Jack, what's your thoughts on Nuno?
My thoughts on Nuno, David, look, you know, at first I was a little bit disappointed, a bit underwhelmed, but now, you know, I started to remind myself he looks like almost like a Jedi Master, David. He looks very wise, very stoic, you know, sometimes behind the touchline. So I'm starting to maybe warm up to him, and maybe I'm just going to back him no matter what, David, at this point. It just seems like it's good to have a manager right before the preseason. You know, Levy really, you know, pretty much got every ounce of you know, the manager list days, and it's just in a way I'm just now relieved it's finally somebody, and it's not Gattuso and it's Nuno, which is a lot better. And like I said, he does look like a bit of a Jedi Master, so who knows, maybe he'll perform some mastery tricks on the pitch as well, David. Yeah,
look, he very well could. The only thing I will say about is, well, I'm a bit skeptical on it, is what was reported about him and his philosophy for football. It, you know, was more based without the ball. I don't like the great ball over the top. Oh, the keeper's caught out off his line. Oh, great defending. It was a long ball over the top, in behind from Malin. And look, you know, he had the centre-back for pace. The keeper came out. He was caught in no man's land. He knocked the ball by the keeper. Oh, he just headed it by the keeper. He got onto it. He was about to put it across. He put it across, and the centre-back stayed with him, and he managed to get the block in, and we have a Holland corner here. And that was a real chance for Holland. And Malin is looking very, very threatening. Oh, good corner in. Czech Republic have dealt with it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Very good defending there by Czech Republic. We have Spurs related. He said, "Here's the big man. Yeah, the big dog is in the house, my man. How are you keeping? Find him everywhere. Yeah, you do, man. Look, I'm everywhere. Everywhere you tune in, I'm there, man. Fernaldi, Leandro, been waiting for the watch along. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, no, 100%. Here we are, guys. You know, anyone that is tuning in, that has tuned in late, it is 0-all here. It is all square. And we are 13 minutes in. We're 13 minutes in here, guys. You know, so if anyone wants to sync up, Czech Republic are on the ball. They're in Holland's half now. Holland are trying to press them, and it's working. That was poor. Holland on the attack here, or Czech Republic on the attack by the right-hand side. Good ball in the box. Oh, it's over here, over Patrick Schick's head. Never really gave him a chance to get onto it. And interestingly, Holland are pressing Czech Republic every time they get the ball, which is very interesting, especially around the middle. Spurs related, Dumfries nearly scored there. Yeah, Dumfries is a player I really like. I have to say, I think he's been brilliant. What do you make of Dumfries so far in the tournament, Jack?
No, he's had probably maybe the best kind of all the wing backs and kind of the 3 in the back, 5 in the back kind of formations that we've seen. He's probably had the best tournament in that kind of position, David. He's been unbelievable. He's practically been like a second striker for them. He's really good in the air, very dominating in the air, very tall, very statuesque, seems to always know how to be able to get up and down in the right times. You know, we kind of were rating Maxime Gozens for having such a good tournament and such a good game against Portugal. I would maybe even argue that Dumfries has had practically that type of performance every game, it seems like, for the Dutch.
Memphis Depay there controlling the ball with his nuts. That's got to be a sore one. Whatever
it takes, David.
Yeah, that's it. Look, whatever it takes. It's last 16 of an international competition. It is whatever it takes. Holland on the attack. That was a good ball put in there. Memphis Depay turns. It's gone out for another corner kick. Corner kick here to that was Malin. Malin on the ball. It's gone out for a corner kick here to Holland here. And we have Garrett Needs. He says, if it's going to be Nuno, let's just do it now. If we are changing the entire way we play and going to a back 3, he's going to need time to get his methods across. 100% I agree with you. Look, me personally, what I see going on is just quickly, Holland in with the corner, well headed out by Souček, I think it was there. Good header out. And Czech Republic, they are on the attack. They like to break fast. It's 2-on-1. He skipped by one of them. It's a good ball out wide. It's another one over the top. It's just overhit. Unlucky. Patrick Schick, you done well there. No free kick. He went down too easy. Unlucky. That was good play by Czech Republic, I have to say. They were looking dangerous there on the breakout. But look, Garrett Need says, if it is going to be Nuno, just do it now. Oh, yeah. So on this, look, for me, I don't think... I'm in two minds on this because, Jack, on one hand, you're thinking, look, pre-season is next week. starts in 7 days' time. Maybe Nuno is true. Maybe they are going to get it over the line, especially with preseason coming up. But part of me thinks, and I genuinely have thought this, for a while now, is that it's looking like for me it could be Roberto Martinez as soon as Belgium gets knocked out. He was the first name announced around, and it could be a case where it's not allowed to be announced until the competition with Belgium is finished. Now I could be completely wrong, but that's just my feelings on it. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if Nuno is announced. Like I said, pre-season's coming up. We need to get players in. We have to let the manager work with what he's got at the minute and see what we can get out of him. So very interesting in the commentator there having or cameraman here having a keen eye for the women, bringing them up there in the stands. Big up the cameraman. Aaron Dove says, how are you, lads? What time are you on in the game for the sync? Yeah, we are just approaching 15 minutes here, Aaron, if you want to sync up.
15? Or maybe
17.
Yeah, you're just approaching 17.
Yeah.
I'm at
on 17 minutes there now, Aaron, if you want to sync up, my man. We're on 17 minutes there. And how are you keeping, Aaron? We have Fernaldi Leandro. If it's Martinez, I really hope Alderweireld flourishes. Yeah, so do I. And look, it will be another back three, of course, if it is Martinez. That's his favourite formation with Belgium. Look, let's welcome Shamu, the legend, Shamu Van Spurs in the building. Let's go, Ryan Mason, lad. THFC George or Southgate. Killian Kenny, big yourself up. I hope you're keeping well, my man. And we have Stephen Owens. Will the next Spurs manager please step forward? Yeah, 100%, man. I agree. Dumfries is as new Spurs right back. I'd love to get him in. Spurs related, agreeing with you, Jack. Two boys from Spurs related are absolutely brilliant. Big themselves up. Big yourselves up, everybody. Who else have we got here? We have a comment here from THSC George. He says, I've thought all along Southgate for Spurs. I don't want Southgate, but I feel like he will become Spurs manager once the Euro ends. Links with him are at the very beginning. Yeah, look, you could be right there. You could 100% be right. For me, I definitely don't want Brown-Nose Southgate. Look, to be honest with you, I think England have one of the best squads going into this tournament. If they don't win it, it's purely on him and his team selections, I'll be honest. I don't rate him too much as a manager at all.
Yeah.
Spurs related, I think Nuno. And now I called it, by the way, when we played Wolves and we was being over-friendly with our staff. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Aaron Dove says, good, Buchel. Totally agree with David about Martinez. Levy stalling until Belgium get knocked out. Yeah, look, it could be true. It's not gospel. No one's giving me any inside information or anything like that. It is what it is. That's just my thoughts. And Spurs related, loving the brown nose comment. Shamu, Nuno is Nathan Redmond in 40 years, 100%. And we have Arato 99. Nuno is going to bring more defensive football without Kane and Bale next season. How can we expect Sonny to stick around? Nuno's best season with Wolves only produced 47 goals. Yeah, look, interesting comment that, man. Interesting comment with Harry Kane. The more Grealish, the more City track Grealish, the better it is for Tottenham, because they won't have the money to be able to buy two. So that'll be absolutely brilliant. And we have Miguel Katoum. He says, if Kane moves, Vlahovic is the real underrated deal. Better than Haaland because of brute force. Jack, this is your time to shine.
Absolutely, David. Dusan Vlahovic, he's extremely underrated. I believe he's had 21 goals or something like that in the Serie A this season. He's very dominant in the air, maybe more your classic number 9. Is Serbian as well. Is an itch on top of that, David. So it's just a beautiful combination there. There's some ridiculous thing I saw today where it's supposed to be rumored around like 51 million pounds or something like that. I don't understand that. If that is actually what's happening, I would not go for him personally. I do see him being valued around, I think he's supposed to be valued around probably 25 to 30 million pounds, maybe even a bit more than that. But if you're looking at maybe between someone like Ivan Toney and him, I would definitely go for Dusan Vlahovic over Ivan Toney, especially because I think he should be considerably cheaper.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's a huge number 9, your kind of classic number 9, and has absolutely done it in the Serie A this season for Fiorentina, who are not really been that great of a side of the last couple of seasons as well. He's been kind of a bit of a revelation. I wouldn't say he's similar to maybe, you know, the great one that was before him and the likes of Stevan Jovetic, but he's definitely got a similar vibe going on there, David.
No, 100%. Look, he's not a player I heard of until I seen the links. So I went and checked him out, and yeah, he's not looking too bad. Another player I want to ask you on just quickly is the right back slash. Oh, what a ball in from the right hand side, Czech Republic down the right hand side. Great ball in. Who was it that flung himself at it? Soucek flung himself at it. You know, went for the diving header, went for the spectacular. Good effort. He got his head to it. Just couldn't get the direction on the goals, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But look, that's the first real attacking intent we've seen from Czech Republic. The first time they've managed to string a bit of possession in the Holland half, really sustained possession, and they got the ball in, and that's unlucky by Soucek. If you got the direction on that, that would have been 1-0. Czech Republic. Holland need to wake up here a little bit at the back. But Jack, is the Japanese right back from Bologna, or whatever that team is called, Italy, Bolognese, or whatever you want to call them. You know, what do you know on this guy?
I forget his name already, David, but yeah, he's kind of been a right back / center back for Bologna. He's had actually a pretty remarkable season, you could say, for them. But then again, David, my kind of issue with him is that in terms of, if you look up his stats on FB Ref, David, he's kind of played both right back and center back in the Serie A. So you can look at that as maybe someone who's very technically sound, because in the Serie A, it's not as much about maybe your physical traits as it is about maybe your technical traits. So it does show that he's technically gifted. He definitely looks very aggressive from, you know, the highlights that I've seen of him. But I will say it's more or less him just having this one really spectacular season this season, and maybe us signing him for about the same price that we could get someone like Dumfries. Because Dumfries, I've always rated him for a while. I think he's still supposed to be valued around, you know, 14 million, 15 million pounds, especially before this tournament even started, David. Dumfries was around 12 million pounds, 14 million pounds. So I would be a little disappointed if we sign this guy from Bologna for around the same price that we could sign someone like Dumfries.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Look, for me, Dumfries would be the first choice. And yeah, I agree with you. Look, just something interesting there, just watching the game here, Jack. I don't know whether you've picked up on it or not, but Czech Republic, they are playing a 4-2-3-1. But to deal with Holland's two strikers when Czech Republic don't have possession, they're actually dropping a centre midfielder in there into centre back and putting 5 across the back. Because what's happening is the two Holland strikers, Malen and Depay, they're pulling the centre backs out very wide, which creates a space in there. So one of the midfielders is dropping in, you know, to cover that, to not allow the likes of Wijnaldum to be able to run straight through the middle of them. Very interesting tactic here, but used by Czech Republic. And, you know, that's very good management, I have to say, to be able to spot that and deal with it throughout the game.
Great
and of course,
observation,
we are at
David.
the water break here, and it is still 0-0 between Czech Republic and Holland. Jack, another player I want to ask you on is Frankie de Jong. Look, he got his massive move from Ajax to Barcelona. How do you think he's done since he's gone to Barca?
Since he's gone to Barca, David, I think he's always going to flourish there. He's obviously, some have said he hasn't done so great, or maybe hasn't, you know, been such a revelation as maybe some thought he would be. But I think that might just be because he's, you know, been wanting to play that Sergio Busquets role, and that Sergio Busquets role just seems to continue to be occupied by the likes of Busquets, who maybe similar to the likes of Chiellini and Bonucci, never seems to get any younger, and he just seems to continue to get selected every single match. Even in Champions League games, Barcelona was still selecting Busquets for that holding midfield role, even against the likes of PSG, which I thought was absurd. Maybe I think that might be the reason why some might not rate Frankie de Jong's time at Barcelona, is just because he's not really played the position that he really wants to be playing, which is kind of that holding midfield role. Despite his size, he's so technically good and so actually aggressive defending wise, and pretty skilled defending wise, that he is actually fully capable of playing a holding midfield role. And I do believe that's what he wants to be playing in order for him to develop play, in order for him to kind of see the game out. He likes to drop deep, you know, like we remember from Ajax, he would drop as deep as the center back sometimes to receive the ball. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. But I think that's the only reason maybe some might not think he's maybe, let's say, sparkled at Barcelona, simply because I think Sergio Busquets has been occupying his true position.
Yeah, 100%. I'd go along with that. Look, Frankie de Jong, I think, is a very, very talented, very talented player. He's got a very good range of passing in the midfield as well, and he's one of them players that can dictate the tempo of the game. He can slow it up,
Right.
slow it down, quicken it up whenever he needs. And to be honest with you, I think he's very good. Holland, look, they actually do look. Czech Republic on the attack, well dealt with by De Ligt, well dealt with, showing the strength, the power.
I think that was a good observation earlier, David, about how the center backs of the Czech Republic are almost intentionally kind of stretching themselves and then putting, maybe I think it's Holesh who they're putting in the middle there, right next to Wijnaldum. I think that's a great observation, David, because normally the Czechs wouldn't want to do that, right? They would probably be very hesitant to try to pull something like that off because they usually like to be very compact. But like you said, the coach or the manager realized it. I think his name is Jaroslav Slihavy, I believe is his name. Slihavy recognized it, and he's going for something different, to counteract this very total football system of the Dutch.
He is, I have to say, but in one aspect for me, when Czech Republic do get the ball, it is taking it away because it's Souček then left in there around 3 Holland midfielders. You know what I mean? And they're fighting it hard to get out and break on Holland the way they have done in previous games. And it is taken away from some of the industrial work that Souček and Holland were doing in the midfield. Because, of course, we've watched a lot of Croatia or Czech Republic so far this tournament, Jack. And, it's kind of is taken away from the industrial side of it. But if they could sort out how they transition into that play, they could be very dangerous here because, look, they have had one good chance, like I said, that ball across the Souček. But we need to see more of it because the one thing they can't afford to do is let Holland settle in and pick them off high up the middle, especially in around the middle. Oh, it's a good shot. Oh, a good shot by Patrick Schick. It looked like it was going to nestle in. It was a good effort. Oh, it took a deflection and straight into Stecklenburg's hands. Jack, Stecklenburg, a surprise call up for number 1 this tournament.
Yeah, David.
Why do you think they've done it?
In our Euros preview, David, we spoke about it, actually. I think it was one of the reasons why I actually was also a bit skeptical of the Dutch. I am looking at that Schick chance now. Wow, that was scary. Scary deflection there. But Stecklenburg, look, Jasper Cillessen, who's supposed to be the normal number 1 for them, I believe he contracted COVID or something right before the tournament, David. So that meant he was completely null and void of being able to enter the tournament at all. So they've had to go with 3 different keepers. I believe it's Tim Krul from Norwich, who we all know very well. And then it's Martin Stecklenburg, who I believe is at Ajax again or some club.
Yeah, Ajax.
Yeah, he's went back to Ajax, maybe kind of similar to Jan Huntelaar. And then I believe it's one other keeper there who's also above the age of like 32 or 33 or something. So I did remember in our Euros preview, David, I did mention the combined age of all of the keepers of the Netherlands is well over 100. So it's
insane. Come here, another thing, Jack. If it does go to penalties, do you think we could see what we've seen, back in the World Cup where, Tim Krul comes on for the penalties and saves the day?
Oh, that'd be absolutely glorious, David. Tim Krul, he seems to somehow get away with getting an earful into the players right before they take any pen. I don't know how he gets away with it every time. It seems like the refs even know it's going to happen, and he gets away with all of his antics, all of his shithousery. It is absolutely glorious to watch, David. Of course, obviously, I would maybe rather not this go to extra time, but if it were, I would love to see Tim Krul make an appearance.
Yeah, so would I. It's a beautiful sight, just seeing the whole wall of orange here at the stadium, in the stands, all the fans wearing the jersey. It is a beautiful sight. And Holland do have the ball here. It's de Jong. He's picking up the ball. He's trying to run at them and see what he can do. He's forced backwards. De Roon to Wijnaldum, back to De Roon. Yeah, it's just going backwards, bit boring. So we'll take in a few comments here. We have Spurs related. Says Scotty Starstruck going to Bournemouth, so we don't have to worry on that one now. But Hogwarts Hotspur is still on the cards. Yeah, 100%. It's still there. Don't want it to happen, because we'd be turning it. Imagine for Halloween, we'd be able to turn it into an attraction and platform 9 3/4, and you'll see people trying to run through. It'd be ridiculous. But the WeAreTottenham TV army and the Harris Army, make sure you do smash a like on the stream. subscribe on the channel if you're new. The big push for 100k is on, and the boys fully deserve it with all the effort and you know the dedication they put into their channel. They fully deserve it. So anyone that isn't subscribed, make sure you do. And feel free to send in a super chat or two, you know, to show the boys your appreciation for everything they put together. The boys actually have they're away with the grandpa, you know, and the family, and they're that dedicated that they still wanted to get the stream out for some of you guys, you know, so they've asked me to fill in, and that's how dedicated they are. So big up to two boys.
Yeah.
Hope they're enjoying their time. THFC George says Isaac looks like a little decent striker.
Very good
he
striker.
Does, my man. He does. Shamu Van Spurs, corner kick odds cleared. Shamu Van Spurs says, whoa. There's only one Erling. He's a G.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer that part of the question. You know, I think it's very kind to Dusan Vlahovic to compare him to the great Erling Braut Haaland. But yeah, you know, similar players in that they're both absolute brutes.
Yeah, 100%. THFC George, I saw rumours with Anthony Martial, which made me want to be sick. Look, that guy is useless. He's too busy moaning and strapping on the pitch when things don't go his right way, rather than challenging that to try and make things go your way. And to me, I think he's brutal. I don't want him. He's just another wage collector in football. The cheeky taco, love the name, my man, love the name. I do love a cheeky taco chips or, you know, a taco kebab or something like that. So bring yourself up. Thoughts on Patson Dak at Spurs? It's not going to happen, my man. It's announced he's gone to Leicester, lad. So to be honest with you, he's gone to Leicester. It is what it is. Spurs related. Soucek was close. He was. The delay for your reactions is like 30 seconds behind me. Yeah, look, pause it, man. Pause it. You know, I bet you have that good Sky Plus where you can pause it. So just pause it, and then when you hear me comment, lad, unpause it. THSE Tommy Yosa. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name. Good man. I was going to call him Tamagotchi. Bolognese. Yeah, 100%. Kyle Patrick Vineyard, big yourself up. He's rooting for the Netherlands. Fernaldi says the young time in Barca is actually quite similar with the Litz time in Juve, in my opinion. Interesting. We have Damon Impact 01 says, ask me about Tomiyasu because I've watched him this season. He hasn't been good at right back, but better plays as centre back or left back. Very interesting, man.
Better as a centre back. I'll validate that and say his FB rep stats, his football reference stats did look a little bit better from the centre back position, David. He's only played so many games there though. But yeah, I think he's also 6 foot, maybe 6'1". You know, he's a bit taller than maybe your average right back or full back. So maybe he is better suited for center back position. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that's his name, right? Tomiyasu. Yeah, Tokiyasu. Yeah. A lovely bit of build-up play there from Czech Republic. You know, a lovely bit of little back heel, ball into the box, and look, it was cleared out. It's Czech Republic corner. Oh, that's a very poor ball, and it drives me mad when these players are playing at international tournaments, international level, even in the Premier League and whatever top league around the world, and they can't beat the man from a corner kick. I'm not being funny. You know, I've took corners where, you know, there's potholes in around where you put the ball to take a corner kick. It's not hard. You can still whip it in with nice curl and nice pace. Like, you know, to not be able to beat the first man from a corner, it drives me mad. It's one of my pet hates. I have to say, it really is. I think it's disgusting to carry on. What did you make, David?
At that level.
David, what did you make then? Because then that goal that Austria scored the other day, it was just an incredible header from that ball. Maybe it was intentionally put there, but it seemed like it wasn't. It seemed like he actually just made the most of a horrible corner there, that goal that Austria scored.
Yeah, no, it wasn't intentional. No way. Look at the size of the guy that went down and got. Like, you know, look at the size of him.
Like a tree falling down.
Yeah, it's. Oh, yeah, it was. He's a 7 foot tree, right? He was practically, you know, may as well been on his knees when he got the header. It was a shit corner, you know what I mean? And look, he made the best from it. Look, even the angle from the header. If he made any other connection on it, it would have went in. It would not have went in. It was just, look, it was one of them goals, and it definitely wasn't meant. No way. You can't tell me, look, he's 7 foot. You have a 7 foot player. You put that ball up in the air. He should be out jumping, you know, more than any other player. There's definitely no way a 7 foot
put it at the height of his shins.
You're going to say put that one in low for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's what I thought as well, David. I just thought, they didn't really praise the ball in, but I thought, yeah, that was like one of the worst corners they'd ever seen that had actually turned into a goal. Made the most by the striker, for sure.
100%. THFC George says Dolberg is Kane's replacement. His price will skyrocket after yours. However, look, to be honest with you, look, he's a very hit and miss striker. If he could get consistency, he'd be good. You know what I mean? The fact that Haaland has come along after him and emerged more than him, it's his consistency in front of goal. He got 2 goals yesterday. Fair play to him. But that's been his main problem is his consistency in front of goal. He definitely wouldn't be the right man to replace Harry Kane, man. Big up yourself, Chris. I hope you're keeping well. That's the funniest man, ever. We have Jonas Mikota. What do you think of about Koundé's links to Tottenham?
With Koundé being linked to Tottenham, that'd be an absolute.
Netherlands are true here. Oh, that was a poor first touch. It was a great ball in behind from Allen. Just a poor first touch. If he would have got better first touch, he was clean through. He didn't. It was a very heavy touch, and he put it out towards the left, which slowed the whole attack down. Good first touch on his right foot. Take it in his stride. He was clean through with his pace. That's shocking. It was a good ball in, though, to be fair. Good ball across. Oh, that was shocking. That was
wow.
Look, that could be the difference between Holland winning it and not winning it. Is the likes of them little margins, getting your first touch right when you're through on goals and stuff like that, because they won't get away with it against any bigger teams. But Czech Republic are starting to mix up with them here. They are on the attack. Oh, we have an overlap here down the right. Oh, he gives it to him. Oh, he's blazed it. Who was that? Take him off. Substitute him. Who was it?
I'm about to see it, David. I'm about to see it.
Oh, it was an overlap down Holland's left-hand side, Czech Republic down the right, an overlap. Oh, he played it. He could be offside. Could have been offside anyway. But, geez, he went for the left foot strike. He should have went for it on the right foot across the keeper. And he didn't even get it on target. He didn't even put it over, he put it wide. Oh, Lord, that's a bad miss.
I think it's Barak from Hellas Verona from Serie A.
Yeah, Barak, that was a bad miss, Jack. He should have went for it on the right foot, right across the face and go put it across the keeper. Just low. Put it, a bit of power behind it that would have went in.
I think he's onside as well. I think De Ligt must have gotten in the way, but that's the thing though, David. If he's going to go with this, De Ligt got a foot on it, good defending. But David, if he had all the time in the world to think about his finish there.
He should have went with that on the right foot. Anyone that is half as good as me knows, you go with that on the right foot. You don't try and go on the left foot. The defender's coming across. If you go with it on the left foot, it gives him more chance to block it.
You better bury it.
Swing the right on it. It puts it across, and it eliminates him coming across. Oh, play him. Oh, that's another poor ball. Holland on the attack there. The Depay tried to play him Holland in. Just it was a poor pass. They could have created a 3-on-1 overlap there. That was shocking. Here we have Wijnaldum down the Dumfries down the right-hand side. Great play by Dumfries, skips by him, puts it across the box. Oh! Well cleared by Czech Republic. The defender getting across and putting his foot to it. Dumfries, what play down that right-hand side. Skipped by the fullback like he wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like he was invisible. And, puts the ball across in the right area. Dumfries looking very good here. He's warming up. He's had 2 chances now. He's looking good, Dumfries, I have to say. Very, very impressed. But back to Koundé. Jack.
Yeah, with Jules Koundé. Sorry. No problem, David. With Jules Koundé from Sevilla, listen, it would be an absolute dream signing for me. He's actually one of my favorite players just in general right now. Of the younger players in world football, probably one of my favorite of the defenders. I really rate him as a right back or as a center back. I do prefer him as a center half just because he is probably, David, I'm not kidding, David. I do think he's the best distributing center half in all of world football. He can ping any pass. He's able to play it on the ground, where he can play it from, the center back position. He can play it all the way up to the final third and still keep it on the ground, keep it on the floor. He can ping a pass like Toby can, even better than Toby. He can, he can do an outside the foot, kind of brilliant, technical ability, kind of like we see from Mats Hummels. He's really dominant, even in the air for someone his size. He still can win a header to plenty, and he's quite short. Actually, I think he's only like 6 foot, David. But like I said, for at least technical ability and just technical ability alone on the ball, the best center back in the world, I believe.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with that, man. We have Ivan Joseph Erasmus. Good evening from Cape Town, South Africa, my man. I hope you're keeping well, lad. Hope you're keeping well. South Africa, beautiful country, never been, would love to go. Love to go and do a safari or something. Oh, good keeping. Dumfries' ball nearly went through the keeper's legs, and good ball. Holland on the attack again, another ball. Czech Republic now, they need to wake up here, Jack. Holland 2 or 3 times now over the last 4 or 5 minutes. They're putting balls in behind, and they are starting to be stretched and exposed at the back. I wonder has he told Holland not to drop deep anymore in between the 2 centre backs? Because they weren't getting as much ball going forward. But Holland pressing them high again from Czech Republic's throw-in made them just kick it straight back to them. Poor touch. Patrick Schick well held up. That's a free ref. He gives the throw-in. Czech Republic, we have a 3-on-3 here. Oh, that's a foul, ref. He doesn't give it. This referee's letting a lot go. He's letting a lot go here. But big up Ivan Joseph Erasmus. Love the name as well. Chris, not a good idea signing Martial, and Melo will slap him one. Yeah, 100%. Score update, man. Yeah, it's still 0-0. So it is. It's still 0-0 here between these 2 teams. There you are. I'll put a new banner up there for you, just like that. The Harry Potter magic is rubbing off on me. Expelliarmus, there's your score up there. Big yourself up. Big up, Mark Swift. Everyone hit a like. Come on. 100%. You tell him. I'm leaving you in charge of that now, Mark. I'm leaving you in charge of the like situation. You let them know. You call them out if they haven't liked it, lad. Chris on best behaviour tonight, lads. No jokes from me. I'm too tired from work. Never thought you'd get tired, my man. You're full of energy. Winks would be proud of that finish. 100%. Winks is as good as the water boy. Yeah, I agree. Big up Adam as well. I hope you're keeping well. Mr. FR, if it's Ryan Mason as manager, as new manager, I would be happy. At least he cares about the club. I want this shambles of a managerial search to end. Yeah, look, to me, I don't think Ryan Mason would be an inspiring appointment. But look, like you said, if no one else wants to come in, at least he does care about the club.
David, I'm actually struggling. David, I'm not even kidding. I'm actually struggling to rack my brain around which, if Winks were to play that holding midfield role, I'm actually struggling to figure out which international team he would make the starting 11 for.
Yeah,
that's insane. That is absurd.
No, I agree.
Even the Macedonians. I thought about the Macedonians, and they still have that guy from Zagreb, that guy Ademi, and Elmas and stuff. Wow, he wouldn't make any team. That's incredible.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Patrick Van Aanholt caught offside there for Holland as they tried to drop a ball in behind the left back. Unlucky. Miguel Katoum says, honestly, it's all a lot inside the dressing room. If we don't get rid of average players like Dyer, actually, I'm going to rephrase these. Moon Boots, Sissoko, Stinks, and Lamela. These guys will stay, overpower new members with connections. Yep, 100%, my man. I've said it time and time again. Czech Republic on the attack here. Can he get the ball across? They're down. Czech Republic on the right-hand side. Will he get across? He's cut inside. He's looking for the shot. Oh, that's poor. He plays it. Oh, it's a free kick out. He plays at the centre midfielder. I thought he was going to have a shot. He doesn't. He tries to dink it over the top. And who's their left winger? Sevcik, he just pushes the Holland defender. He just pushes Dumfries off the ball, and it's a free kick out. That's poor. That's poor. Is Koundé better than Skriniar?
I think they're very different defenders, David. I think together they would be probably the best center back pairing in the world, I would say. Actually, I'm not kidding. With the likes of Skriniar, definitely a much taller defender, maybe a bit more no nonsense as well. A bit more no nonsense, maybe a bit more of your sweeper kind of role, you could say, David. Whereas Jules Koundé is the one that you always want to have the ball at his feet. He's still very good defensively, still incredible defensively, but he's just maybe not as much of a prowess or kind of stature as the likes of Skriniar. I would rather have Koundé personally, David, especially if my side had plenty of possession, David. I would much rather have Koundé just because you would see what he'd be able to do. The types of attacking moves he'd be able to start probably would be more dangerous than what Skriniar could do. But together, probably the best center back pairing in the world, I would say. That would be my answer.
Yeah, 100%. Well, there you are, my man. There you are. Jonas Makota, he says, I am from Czech Republic. Who do you think is our best player? First of all, Jonas, big yourself up. You know, I'm proud to say this. I did pick you as my dark horse to this competition. I'm so delighted you got out of the group. I thought you would anyway. And, you know, you definitely have a chance of overturning Holland. Who do I think your best player is? Look, you know, Patrick Schick, I think he's doing a very good job for them up front. I have to say, I really do like Souček. He's everything you like in a midfielder. He gets around, he gets stuck in, and, you know, he loves to try and get on the end of things and nick a goal too. I've been very impressed with Hollis. I have to say, his midfield partner, I think he's been very good. And who else have we got? Of course, you have Kufal, who plays at West Ham. But they'd be my picks. Jack, who would be your picks for Czech Republic? Who do you think's been standout players for them so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Patrick Schick has been an absolute baller for you guys. And then likes of Vladimir Coufal from West Ham, I always really rate him. I think he is an absolute warrior. Maybe you really hit a lot of the players there, David. Maybe the one that maybe I would say is maybe their best substitute, or their best substitute is this guy named Adam Hlocek, or Adam Hlocek.
How did he miss?
I'm about to see it, David.
Memphis Depay. Who took the shot? Was it Wijnaldum or Memphis Depay? Oh, I think Memphis Depay took the shot. Great hold-up play. Who's holding that up?
It's me. It's
he's
Memphis
offside anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it was great play. Who was that?
Oh, that's Ben Aanholt. Ben Aanholt missed it. Ben Aanholt who missed it. Yeah.
Oh, great play by Wijnaldum to get the ball into Van Aanholt, but he was offside anyway, so
it was Depay who held it up. Yeah, it was Depay who held it up, and then he played it into Van Aanholt, and wow, that was. It's hard, especially it's on his left as well, David. I mean, he is left-footed.
Yeah,
probably could.
That's true.
It's not too hard to finish that, you would think.
No, he should have finished it, but it was offside anyway. So
yeah, you're right.
Look, that's why he's at Crystal Palace, Jack. You know. Tottenham Texan says, "Thanks for the stream, guys. What do each of you want to? Who do each of you want to win the Euros, and who do you predict to win?" Yeah, I'm just going to give two quick answers on that, Jack, and same as you, because we do have a super chat to get to. Look, for me, who do I want to win it? Anybody but England. No, look, I'll be honest. I would like to see France do a World Cup and the Euros double. I have a soft spot for France. Used to go there on holidays with the Owlad, you know, or the family, you know, in the summer. So I do like France as a country. I would also like to see Portugal maybe do it again as well. I like their team. I always have a soft spot for Holland. I don't think they will win it. And just quickly, guys, it is half-time now. It's 0-0 at half-time. Holland v Czech Republic, 0-0 at half-time. You know, I like the players. Go get rehydrated, grab a beer, maybe a couple of pretzels or something, and come back and rejoin us here for the second half. Or if you want to listen to me and Jack truck on through half-time, do. But Jack, who do you want to win it, and who do you predict to win it? My prediction to win it will be Portugal.
Portugal's, that's your predictor. All right. I would say that the teams that I have a soft spot for that I would love to see win would be probably Denmark now, David. I'm actually really backing the Danes. Would love to see the Danes maybe go as far as they can. Croatia, the Itches, always have a soft spot for the Itches, and then always have a soft spot for Demandscha for the Germans as well. The team that I actually do think will win it, I mean, I've never said this before now, David, but I will say it's going to be the French or the Italians, but I'm going to say the Italians are going to win it all.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I was very impressed last night, even though they didn't play well. Right, it was realistically when you think about it, only in the final third that let them down. But once that clicked, you know, they were too good for Austria, and I thought there was some fantastic moves put together by Italy. If only they could finish them, you know. So for me, Italy. Actually, I'm going to change it. Yeah, I predict Italy to win it. I do predict Italy to win it. They're very good last night, I have to say. I was very impressed. Even though they didn't play well over the 90, they found a way and got the job done. We have Erato in 99 with the super chat. Big yourself up, man. Really do appreciate it. I know the two boys will appreciate it. Everyone else, feel free to get them in if you feel like it. And you want to support the channel as well. He says, glad to have you guys filling in for Ben and Sim. Cheers. Portugal to upset Belgium today. Look, first of all, I appreciate the kind words. I really do. You know, that's it. Look, the boys are away spending time with the family. You know, the family wanted to spend time with the two boys because they're always streaming. So, look, we're just sitting here filling in and helping them out. and just bringing the content for you guys, that We Are Tottenham TV army. So big yourselves up. And Portugal to upset Belgium. I think Portugal is going to beat Belgium. That's my thoughts on it. I really do think they will beat Belgium. That's just my opinion on it. I think Cristiano Ronaldo, he's equal to most goals in international football. He needs one more to take that record. He's going to be hungry. And I do think, he'll be fit and firing. And so for me, I'm going to go Portugal to beat Belgium. But we will be covering that watch along. Join us back here at 10 to 8 UK time, which will be 10 to 3, over the US, over that side of the pond. So join us back there, back here for that watch along later on this evening. And we will be joined by Mr. Brian Daigle as well, who's been dying to come on and wants to do one. So he'll bring a different dynamic to the show for sure, 100%. Let's go through a few more comments here for you guys. But big up for the super chat, man. Really, really do appreciate it. Chris says, Stinks will be running around like he's priming the SDF Mason made manager. I can't watch that. 100%. Look, Chris, it's supposed to be your day off, man. Sit down with a beer, forget about Tottenham for a little while,
Yeah, mate.
Don't be letting them stretch out, my man. MRFR says, this club has got to my mental health, lads. It's depressing. Look, man, I've always said if anyone's feeling down or, just wants to chat, hit me up on my email address. It's over under all my videos on my channel. Hit me up on my email address, Twitter, whatever. You know what I mean? No one ever has to feel down around me, man. Everyone has a friend in the Irish Hotspur. Aaron Dove, total scuff. Yeah, 100%, man.
He's come up in Enholtz, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Enoch out. Chris, I think it's affecting us all. That's why I'd rather crack up the jokes about the club. 100%. Shamu, yeah, France side. Look, with France, notoriously, group stages, Shamu, they kind of tend to take it easy. And then after the knockouts, they tend to turn it on and go from strength to strength. So that's why I'm going with France, Shamu. Big up, Shamu, though. Calling me out. Absolutely love it, man. Making me hold on to my opinion for dear life. That's what I want to see. I want to encourage debate around here. I want to encourage opinions and everything else. So big yourself up, Shamu Van Woo Woo. 100%. Look, let's get the likes up, Mark Swift telling people, let's get the likes up on the stream, guys. Make sure you do smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new. Feel free to get in a super chat too. But lads, let's get them likes up on the stream. Come on, guys. Aaron Dove, Italy not great last night, but I still fancy them to win it. 100%, man, 100%. We have Seth Chikomba. He says Spurs should go for Dolberg if Kane leaves. He's an amazing player. Look, with Dolberg, I don't really want to sign him off the back of an international competition because you see that time and time again with teams. A player pops up here or there and everyone wants to sign him and thinks he's amazing. With Dolberg, I've actually tracked him. I've actually followed his career a little bit. And for me, I think his main problem is the inconsistency in front of goals. And with his games. Some games he can be brilliant. And in other games, he's just completely anonymous. If he could get that to click and all come together as one, I think he'd be a very, very good striker for sure. But to replace Kane, nah, I'm not sure, my man. Jack, what do you make? That's the second time that's come up.
Yeah, what Dolberg, I would say, is there was a reason he was released from Ajax. There was a reason he was bought out from Ajax. He didn't even go for that big of a fee, David, over to Nice. And so you could take that as maybe, Ajax even giving up on him a little bit. I feel like he'd been in their ranks a long time, David. It seemed like he was always going to maybe, take up kind of the reins there, but they eventually seemed to give up on him. They went for kind of Dusan Tadic up there. They went back for Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, other players as well. So Ajax gave up on him. At Nice, he hasn't been really tearing up any trees, David. Hasn't been spectacular, you would say, in the Liga. He hasn't been that great. So yeah, maybe it's just another scenario where Dolberg again looks fantastic because he's capable of looking fantastic. But right, like you said, David, his whole career has been absolute defined by inconsistency.
Yeah, 100%. Fernaldi says, nah, I still prefer watching us getting battered rather than watching Love Island. But I would actually watch Love Island if Sim is in it. So look, you're a huge Sim fan. I love that. Look, yeah, we do need to get Sim in it. We need to hit them up for next year. Make sure we push Sim forward for Love Island. Get him in there, my Love Island days are well truly beyond me. You know what I mean? But I have to say, I'm guilty of it. I do like it and I do watch it. I'll be honest with you. Over Spurs, no. But, you know, I will record it and make sure I don't miss an episode. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to hide. Sniper Fire says, what team are you going for? Look, to be honest with you, look, I have a soft spot for Holland, but Czech Republic are my dark horses, and I would love them to make it to the next round. I really would. So I'm rooting for Czech Republic. Jack, who are you rooting for?
Absolutely rooting for the Czechs, Dave. You know, there's a bit of that Bohemian connection there, obviously, with the Germans. And then, you know, with the Niederlander, as they say, can't root for them, David, can't root for them. But love Amsterdam, love Rotterdam as well.
I love Amsterdam, believe me.
Rotterdam and Amsterdam are both beautiful cities. And, you know, Holland is a beautiful country. It's an absolutely beautiful country, but can't root for them, David. So I'm rooting for the Czechs.
Yeah, look, Amsterdam is my favourite city in Europe, I have to say. I absolutely love it. I think people can guess why. Viking H says, Matt Hancock about to be announced as the new Spurs manager. Yeah, well, he's looking for a vacancy, isn't he, man? Dirty dog, dirty Hancock. Shamu says, David Harris to replace Kane. That's it, Shamu. That's all you need. The Irons only answer to Harry Kane. Lad, you want to see me on Astro Friday, Jack, right? Not messing. So I walked on, you know, someone passed me a ball, flicked it up with the right foot, done a solo on the left foot, and then volleyed it on the right foot, ping off the bar, lad, right? Amazing. Everyone was just standing there looking. And then I was absolutely, the guy that was marking me, I was ripping him asunder, right? Just ripping him asunder, going left, going right. He couldn't keep up. And then people were saying, just as soon as the ball comes, get right up his ass, you know? Don't let him get around you. So what I've done is I flicked the ball up, lad, headed it over him, ran round him, and then caught one on the volley into the top corner, lad. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Look, you know, honestly, Shamu, get me in, lad. Get me in, Shamu.
Put him in the washing machine, David.
I couldn't believe it because it was so clever, you know. I'll get right up behind him and say, okay, I'll just flick it over him. You know what I mean? It's that easy. Football, simple game, man. Aaron Dove can't cheer for France between Henri's handball and French waiters being tossers. I'd rather see England win the whole thing. Oh, Aaron, look, I get it. You know, the Henri handball, I do get it. You know, that fucked me off, especially because he was a gooner. You know, that little gooner rat. But look, it is what it is. It's in the past. And I like France, I have to say. I do like France. I just hate Henri because I hate any French player that plays for Arsenal too, which is probably a load of them over the last, 30 years, the whole French national team. Mini France over there in Arsenal. At one stage it was. And to say you'd rather see England win it,
He doesn't seem to rate the service industry there in France, Dave. He doesn't seem to have a good restaurant experience in France.
Do you know what? I agree. I've been over there, on holidays nearly every year. Some of them can be rude, but it's not all of them. It's not all of them. MRFR says, but what's the point if players don't actually try? Yeah, I get it. They don't try. Rob Bacon Boy. Love that name. Love that name, my man. He says, I really hope Tottenham survive relegation, but I'm not so sure. Jack, do you think we should be talking relegation talk, right?
I think, David, to be honest, it's kind of like saying it's just one of those, I mean, I don't want to, people have they're entitled to their own opinion and, their own hysteria, but that's what I'll describe it as, David, a little bit of a hysteria, a little bit of extreme exaggeration. I could see us dropping well below 10th, David, we could be below 10th, but certainly, David, we're not hovering near the relegation zone. Nowhere, never.
Yeah. 100%. MRFR question for you guys. When do you think Enoch will leave the club? I'll just sum this up whenever they're finished buying up the rest of Tottenham, so that when they do sell Tottenham, they can start bringing in the affluent businesses like, restaurants and stuff like that to cater for the people that do go to the game. So when they're finished buying up Tottenham, that's when they'll leave, my man. Everybody, Mark Swift is telling you, make sure you do hit that like button. He's not happy with the like situation, so make sure you get down there and smash that like. Big up Mark Swift for looking after that for us today.
Big up, Mark.
You keep telling them, my man, you keep busting them. Adam, opinions on the rumours that Kane is not for sale? Well, I'm absolutely delighted, I'll be honest with you. Look, this is a guy, he's 3 years left on his contract. It's up to us whether we want to sell him or not. It's not like we have to. We could just say, no, you've got a contract, you're not going anywhere. So, yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon if that is the case. I'm not going to say I'm not going to delve into it too much because, look, they still have the whole window. It could be a case where they go for Grealish. Could be this old classic. Okay, you want too much for Kane. Right, we're going to look over here. And then Tottenham see the money and, and then all of a sudden, it's come back. It's like, right, well, do you want the money for Kane or do you not? So it's interesting times. It's typical. We're interested. no, we're not interested, and see if Tottenham can get them back to the table. You know, so it's look, you never know. We won't know. Look, this is going to play on all transfer window. It's going to play on all the way through to deadline day. So look, it's going to be a long one on that aspect. James Redmond, big yourself up. Old exclusive news, done deal. Conte's new manager with Paratici as sporting director, 4th of June 2021. Yeah, big up, James. Look, this guy, he loves following me around on all the channels, so big up, Jamesy. Sim for Love Island. Look, Mark Swift wants to see Sim for Love Island. Look, anyone that wants to see Sim on Love Island, the next time the two boys are doing the watch along, you know, everybody get in there, let them know Sim for Love Island, Sim for Love Island. Put the pressure on. Rico Z99. Lampard for England job, lads. Yeah, look, it wouldn't surprise me. He could be next in line. You never know. Big up Joshua. Big up Seth Chikomba. If Kane does leave, who will replace him? Your boy Harris. That's who.
David Harris.
Adam, Love Island is like the ultimate guilty pleasure. I have to say it is, man. I have to say it is. You know. Shamu, Love Island, David. The lasses on that show are so shallow and stupid, lol. Yeah, look, Shamu, it is what it is. It is what it is. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm a sucker for romance, you know. So, look, it is what it is. Snipe Fire, my brother is a Brentford fan. Do you think that they will survive? No. I think they play good football. I really do. Do I think they have enough to survive in the Premier League? I'm going to say no. Jack, what do you think?
Will they have as fantastic of a season as Leeds did, where Leeds, you know, obviously just completely shucked away the whole possibility of relegation within their first season up? I don't think they'll have that great of a season, but I don't think they'll struggle, David. I actually think they'll probably get somewhere around maybe 15th, 14th, something like that. I don't think they'll be that close to hovering around it. Maybe it'll be a little scary for them at one point, but I actually see them surviving.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Joshua says here, I've been rooting for Denmark for Højbjerg and Eriksen. Yeah, I've been rooting for Denmark. I really do. I must admit. Look, me and Jack done a prediction. Have a chance to get in the semi-finals, you know. They do. They do. And, you know, I think we did pick Denmark to beat Holland, didn't we? We did.
No, I think we used to have them going to the semis, David, and that little
Denmark to beat Wales. Sorry, we had Denmark to beat Wales. We did.
Yeah, we had them smacking Wales, David, and I think we got that one right. I think one of us said they would smack them, and so one of us got that right. I do remember that. I had that in the back of my head the whole time. I was like, somebody told me today that it would be like a 3-0 or 4-0.
100%, 100%. Well, look, guys, you know, we are about to resume the second half here. There's been no changes at halftime. Holland coming out, Czech Republic out. It's kicked off, and yeah, look, it'll be very interesting to see what happens this half. Everybody that is watching, you know, it's still 0-0. Who do you think is going to end this match? Do you think it's going to go to extra time, penalties? Do you think, you know, Holland will win it in 90? Czech Republic might make it 1-0 in 90. Let me know. Get your thoughts in the chat, guys. Make sure, look, Mark, keep Mark happy. Make sure you do smash a like on the stream. If not, Mark will be in the comment sections calling you out. See, here he is already. Mark, hit that like. See, you just mentioned it. He's here. He's on it. Good up, Mark. Big yourself up. Keep hounding them to smash that like, you know. And look, Chris says, Shamu, that's a deadly sin supporting the scum. It is. It is. ZZA says, I really think that Tottenham should consider signing a Salford Duke player called Jack Coffey, plays as a striker. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Oh, big up. He's got me. ZZZA has got me. Fair play to him. That was a good one. Yes, but it's either that or go out with some. Yeah, it is what it is. Shamu, look, we like Love Island here, so don't be dissing it, man. Don't be dissing it. Sniper Fire says, thank you guys for answering my question. I also think that Brentford will just about survive with Ivan Toney. Look, with Ivan Toney, he's not proven at Premier League level. Yeah, he's come through the ranks.
Yeah, David.
But,
sorry, I don't want to no, say what you're going to say. I interrupted you.
Yeah, I don't know, you know. I don't think he will take the Premier League. I don't think he's going to get some of the chances that fall in his way at Brentford. I think he's going to struggle. Yeah,
David. I mean, I don't know, David, if he's going to necessarily struggle. It's just that people have kind of they've looked at his numbers and, we've seen people's mouths drop to the floor, kind of speak about him as if he's like, some undiscovered talent or something like that. I think he's honestly had a spectacular season. in the championship, debatably one of the best championship seasons ever. But then you still look at it, David, there are plenty of strikers that are in the Premier League right now that have scored 27 plus goals in the championship. I mean, Chris Wood for Burnley scored 28 goals, 27 goals for Burnley. I think he had like 7 or 6 assists as well, David. Like, you know, and he's obviously been a decent striker in the Premier League and someone who deserves to be in the Premier League. But that's what we're talking about. Like Kiefer Moore, the guy that, you know, former swim instructor, gym teacher, just scored 20 goals in the championship. As much as I love the championship, and it's probably the most entertaining league sometimes in the world to watch, it is that kind of quality difference that we are talking about, David.
It is. I agree with you. Tangai Tuesday. Thoughts on Bergwijn as a right wing back? Look, I don't think it's ever going to work out that the guy can play a right wing back. You know, he's a right winger. You know, and that's it. To convert a right winger to a right wing back, it's going to be tough. David, does he have the energy to get up and down? I'd say yes. Do I think he's good enough? No. That's me personally. Jack, what do you make of it?
I was just going to say the last thing I'll say with Ivan Toney as well is that he's, because of the English tax, because of, you know, coming up from the championship as well tax, you know, he could be going supposedly around 40 million to 50 million pounds. And if I were Brentford, I would actually take that, David, especially considering that they do operate on a bit of that Billy Bean kind of money ball strategy as well. I would absolutely take that because I do think they could get something much better for 20 million, 30 million pounds and easily replace him.
100%.
But yeah, with Steven Bergwijn for right back or right wing back. If it were Antonio Conte, David, you know, Antonio Conte, I would actually have faith in him being able to do that. He's turned the likes of Ivan Perisic into a brilliant left back or left wing back.
In here? It's a poor ball. Sorry,
yeah.
Jack.
No, the Perisic, he turned into a great left wing back. He obviously turned Victor Moses into a great right wing back. Ashley Young has somehow been able to keep a job there with Inter. I think if it were Antonio Conte, David, he definitely could probably turn Steven Bergwijn into a decent right wing back.
100%. Orange Fantasy says Bergwijn would be disappointed to see Malin, his junior at PSV, play for Netherlands ahead of him. 100% Orange Fantasy. I couldn't agree more. He would be disappointed. But look, that's on him. You know, that's on Bergwijn. That's on the individual player themselves.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if Malin has shown more and produced more, well, then I expect to get in ahead of Bergwijn, and that's just the way it is. So, look, hopefully Bergwijn will be sitting there raging and come out and have an explosive season next season. Right. Whether he will or not remains to be seen. But big up Orange Fantasy. And, look, I presume you're a Netherlands fan, so big yourselves up, big yourself up. Brian Daigle's in the building. Big up Brian Daigle. I hope you're keeping well. Mr. Daigle. Like I said, guys, he will be joining us later on for the watch along between myself and Jack and Brian. Will be doing the watch along for Belgium and Portugal later. But it's sure to be an absolute cracker of a tie. I expect to see some very good football on show as well. We have Joseph Hallworth. What do you lads think the chances of us signing?
No, don't, David, don't, David, don't.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
David, I got your back.
Did any chance of... go away, Shamu. Lads, anyone that's putting in stupid names, I'm just not going to read them out. And all you're doing is lessening other people's chance of getting their comments.
Save it for AFTV. They're, you know.
Yeah, save it for AFTV. Not your boy David.
They get caught every time, David. They never learn their lesson there. They get caught every time for it. You know, here we're a little too smart for that over here.
Yeah. No, I get you. Mr. Daigle, look, you know, by the time you join us, man, there'll be about 10 minutes left in this game. Oh, he's through. What a run. He's right. Oh, he's done too much. Jack. Malin, he ran through the defence like it wasn't there. And instead of just putting it by the keeper, he tried to do too much and take the keeper on too. And the keeper gathered the ball. Oh. Honestly, that should have been 1-0 Holland. That's it. He should have put that away. He should have finished it. He got too greedy. Tried to beat the keeper and go for the spectacular. Tried to go for goal at the tournament. Oh my God, what awful defending. De Ligt, awful defending, a long ball. De Ligt, he doesn't deal with it. He ducks underneath the ball and everything else. I don't know what he was thinking there. Completely just lost his head, and he's giving away a free kick right on the edge of the box. Things are hotting up here, guys. What is De Ligt doing?
I just saw the
he lost his foot when he went to header, it looks like. And then he handballs it. Oh, he could get sent off here for this, you know. That's intentional.
Whoa, David.
VAR should be looking at this, Jack.
Whoa,
Because
David.
if not, Schick was in.
Yeah, David, that might be a red. As also, David, do you remember that Sane had something a bit similar against Hungary, and I believe they gave him a yellow card, for it. But with Sane's, it wasn't like it was he was taking away a chance or anything. It seemed like he was just frustrated. And the likes of De Ligt here, it's almost like very much intentional, David. That's intentional.
Oh, I can't believe Malin. They just showed the Malin chance again.
Oh, unbelievable,
I can't
David.
believe he didn't put that by the keeper. Tried to take him on. Shocking. He should have just finished it. And De Ligt, I'm surprised they haven't looked at this and given a red, I really am. It was an on-purpose handball. Patrick Schick would have been in. I'm very surprised.
Even if it wasn't intentional, David.
Here.
Even if it wasn't intentional. That's still a red, I think.
Oh, they're checking it. De Ligt, he looks a bit nervous here. The Holland manager as well. I think everyone's seen it. What's he going to do?
He's got a bit
What's
orange
he
in
going
the
to do?
face.
VAR are checking this. They're delaying the free kick being taken. Oh, he's getting a word in the ear. Oh, he could be off here, He's blowing the whistle. He's going over to look at the screen.
Oh, I think it's going to happen then, David. I think it's going to happen
He's
then.
going over to look at the screen. I think it's going to happen. I think we could be seeing a red card here for De Ligt. Referee going across to look at the screen.
David, can you imagine that?
Interesting. Look, for me, I think it is. I think it is a red. I'll be honest with you. Look, he got completely muddled up. He should have dealt with the ball as a defender. You thought, never let the ball bounce. He let it bounce. He completely missed the header. Got himself into a right kerfuffle. Oh, mate. Oh, will they give it as a free kick out? Who knows? No, that's intentional. No, Patrick Schick was on the end of that. That's intentional. For me, he's clean through. He's last man. He has to go. He has to go here, Jack. He has to go.
I think he has to go, David. But also, I was just going to say, can you imagine what we just saw with Daniel Malin? He just passes up that chance, and then this happens literally, David, seconds after. Daniel Malin, if this is given as a red, Daniel Malin will have even bigger egg on his face.
Oh, it's a red. It's a red. He's sending off De Ligt. De Ligt is done. It's a red card. Yeah, he's looked at the monitor. The referee went over. He got the word from VAR. He went over, looked at the monitor. He's giving him a red. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Look, Patrick Schick, he was in. Otherwise, he was last man. He has to go. And like you said, Jack, after Malin giving up that chance and then straight down the other end to get now getting a red card, it just goes to show how quick international football can change. And at this level, when your chances present themselves, you have to take them, or else this can happen. And even if Holland progress now, that rules De Ligt out for the next game. I'm not sure how many more games after that, but that was intentional. It's a red card. If Czech Republic score here, this will just add salt into the wounds. It's really all kicking off.
Their best defender as well,
Malin
David.
knows. You can see him on the edge of the wall. He looks disappointed. He knows the chance he had. He knows what he's after doing here. It's going to be an uphill struggle for from Holland now, isn't it, Jack?
Oh, David, this is also their best defender, David. This is the defender that they have back there. He has the most pace. He's the one that can, be able to sweep up anything that, if Czech were to try to play anything behind them. Now they have Stefan de Vrij and Daley Blind. Obviously, two very technically gifted defenders, David, but, we're kind of approaching, especially the likes of Daley Blind, approaching kind of, heavy age. They're quite old at this time. It's going to be very interesting. That's their best defender gone, David. Their best center back gone.
Yeah, it is, and it will be very interesting. Look, the free kick from Czech Republic, very disappointing. Yeah. Straight off the wall, Holland broke from it, and look, the player that took the free kick has just completely pulled them down. I think it's a goal foul. But no, honestly, look, if I was the Dutch coach, I'd be absolutely raging. I'd be livid with Malin. The thing is, what does he do now, Jack? Does he go to now a four across the back? Does he go for a four across the back? Does he bring on another player and still go for the three centre backs? What does he do? Because at the minute he's playing a 3-5-2. You can see him instructing. He's making a substitution here, is he?
You're a little bit ahead of me, David. You're a little bit ahead, but I believe he should be going. He originally, it was that 3-5-2. I think he'll probably be switching now to some sort of maybe like a 4-3-2.
Malin's off, Jack.
Malin has come off.
Malin off and Quincy Prom is on. So I wonder what that means now for it. Quincy Prom is on. Well, they're still looking like at the minute so far they are going playing with the three across the back. Maybe it's just Malin off. Maybe they're going to play one up top. Now with just Memphis Depay being the lone striker, Quincy Prom is out one side. Whoa, I don't know what formation they're going here. Maybe they've pushed Dumfries on. I'm not sure, Jack.
Well, David, Martin de Roon and Frankie de Jong will most likely be sitting in the middle there. It's just where will Wijnaldum go? Will Wijnaldum maybe join them and maybe like a flat three? Maybe they'll do something like a 4-3-2, David, or like a 4-3-1-1. Obviously, because we have to take one of the players considering the red card. It's not going to be your normal conventional formation. So maybe it's going to be like a 4-3-1-1, David. Maybe Quincy Promes will be put out wide, or I'm not sure, David. It's very interesting. We'll see how it goes.
No, 100%, 100%. Big up, you kid in the building as well. I hope you keep him well, my man. Yeah, look, it's all kicked off there. It's madness. Look, it's a chance now for Czech Republic to get on the ball and start putting the pressure on, to be honest with you. It really is. They'd kick themselves if they gave up this opportunity, to be honest with you. I would as well. It's what more of an opportunity do you want? Holland down to 10 men, and it's still, the game's still in the balance. It's not like Czech Republic are chasing anything. So, this would be a massive chance for them now. They'll never get a better chance to get to the quarterfinals as they've been handed here by De Ligt. Anyone that is tuning in, it is 0-0 still, and De Ligt for the Orange has been sent off. Absolutely dire defending, Eric Dyer defending all over.
Yeah.
It was absolutely shocking. He got himself into a complete muddle, complete kerfuffle, and he stopped Patrick Schick from getting him with a handball. Referee gave him a yellow, got the VAR call, went over to monitor, checked it, and it's a red card.
David,
it'll be interesting now to see how Holland cope with this, what sort of formation they're going with now that they've brought in Promise from Allen, especially after Allen missing that last chance. That's unforgivable. If they go home, he's going to have a lot of paper. He's going to be in a lot of papers, I think.
Yeah, David, I think you're right. And honestly, that moment from De Ligt, it was so atrocious, David. It's almost as if GPS Sanchez and Moon Boots had a baby there with that kind of defending. It really was, bit of the GPS, right? Didn't seem to know where he was. Seemed to be tracking the ball. Someone in the ear was telling him to go left when he should go right. And then it was also a bit of the Moon Boots, you could probably say, with that handball kind of falling flat on his face as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. Czech Republic with a corner there. Patrick Schick got on the end of it. He got near post. Another near post corner. I wonder, is this something that Czech Republic have identified as a weakness here? He got ahead of, who was it, Dumfries, but he just puts it over the bar. Unlucky by Schick, but Czech Republic starting to push forward a bit now. Look, it's going to be a very, very tough half an hour here now or so for Holland. If they can get one goal, I'm sure they're just going to sit back and grind it out. And Mark Swish says it's not a bad game for 0-0. It's not, my man. It's not. Everybody, make sure you do smash a like on the stream. I can't stress how important that is, that you guys do smash. Oh, the referee, what's he looking at here? Farr must be looking at something else. Farr looking at something else. I wonder, is it from the corner kick? Oh, what's going on here? Something being a potential penalty check for Czech Republic?
Oh, my gosh, David.
No, he doesn't give it. It's play on. Play on. Oh, Patrick Schick's header struck the defender's arm. That's what it was. But where his hand was, that's not penalty.
Knew nothing about it.
Depay, he's a lot of work to do up there now on his own. So he does.
Definitely does. And to be honest, it seemed like Daniel Malen and Depay were actually working really well together, despite that chance that Malen seemed to pass up. They were working quite well together. And Daniel Malen, especially that touch he took through the defense, David, it was almost Mbappe-esque with how he was able to just glide past everyone and make them not even exist, kind of like you said. But then almost maybe even similar to Mbappe, seemed to almost take the chance too lightly and maybe try to be a bit too cute with it.
Yeah, no, it was very. I don't know what he was doing. Just sticking away, Jack. I don't get why he was trying to beat the keeper down around the keeper. Just roll it by him,
David. But even if he's going to roll it by him, David, it just seemed like it was a little too predictable. Or even that touch that he even tried to take to go by him, it was just a terrible touch as well, David. It's quite bizarre, especially the touch he took to get by all those defenders. You would think the touch just around the keeper would be a lot simpler, but I guess it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't get it either. For me, look, it's poor. He should have buried it. It's the best chance of the game. You know, in international football, sometimes you only get one chance, and that's why you have to be able to take them. And for me, I think he had too much time to think, especially since the build-up play, you know, by him just completely taking out 2 Czech defenders the way he did, use his pace, and then look, no composure. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But look, Czech Republic now, they are starting to dominate the game since the lid's been sent off. They are starting to get a lot more possession, and they're starting to try and get at Holland now, which is very interesting to see how Holland cope. Holland, they are still playing. It's
very high lines.
Yeah, the way it looks like is you have the pie up front with 4, is it 3 behind him, 4 behind him, and then still 3 at the back.
Yeah, it seems like Dumfries, David, it's hard to know. Maybe Dumfries is still trying to do that, you know, the best he can of that kind of right wing back position. He's not maybe dropped as much into the right back position. He's still trying to maybe play that right wing back position. So you might be right. And maybe someone is dropping in to maybe fill that 3 in the back formation when they're in possession. But maybe while they're in this kind of defensive shape, they probably are trying to sit in a 4 in the back. But maybe when they move into possession, when they move up the pitch, maybe they switch to a 3.
Yeah, could very well be that, man. Could very well be that. I don't know what De Jong's looking for. A free kick there. He got the ball. What's he talking about? Jonas Mikota says, now we must push 100%, my man. Look, the game is in your hands now, lad. The game is in the balance for you guys. It's up to you to push on.
Let us know, Makota, if you got a Pilsner, if he's got a Pilsner Urkel, you know, Pilsner Urkel, I believe that's from Pilsen, Czech Republic. That's a fantastic beer.
Good ball in. He's on his own. Oh, that's no.
Not again,
take him off. Take him off. He was too casual there. What defending by Dumfries? He just got in the way. It was another good ball down the right-hand side. This is where Czech Republic are getting all their joy. Down there right, which is Holland's left. They're getting all their joy down the right-hand side. Another ball in the box. Patrick Schick just couldn't get enough on the header. Falls to, who was it? I think Mas.
That's Kader Rabak. Yeah. Rabak. Wow.
And it falls to him. And he just looked too composed, Jack. Or not too composed, but too laid back. You know, it's like he didn't really put any effort in that finish.
He didn't know, David. Yeah, you're right. It didn't look like he did. But also, David, he is a right footer on that left back position. So maybe it was a bit awkward for him. But he tried to do kind of like you said, a casual, maybe curled kind of finish into the bottom corner. And he just didn't get anything behind it. No,
it's shocking. If I was that manager, I'd be going absolutely nuts. I would be. That's the second chance
body position, That's
the second chance that guy has had. It's been poor. Look, for me, look at that. He's all the time in the world. On your right foot, man. Put your foot behind it and get some whip on it. He doesn't. He's just way too casual. He already thinks he's going to score. That's shocking. But what defending by Dumfries? We have to give credit to Dumfries. Right place, right time. Puts his body on the line. Yeah. So he does. So we have to give credit to Dumfries. Aaron Dove says, Tottenham talks to sign Japanese player Takehiro Tomiyasu. Finally, I get my daughter to switch allegiance. Yeah, 100%, man. I hope she does. Lad. I don't know whether she will, but let me know if she does. Yeah, exactly, Jonas. You would have scored that. I would have scored it. You know, come on, Jack. Left foot, right foot. No excuse at this level. Yeah, that's also true. A lot of them do train on both foot, but look,
he is a defender, though. You got to, it's not his first priority. But I agree. I think what David is saying is that his posture, his stance for how he was trying to finish it, it all looked far too casual for somebody who probably could have just really honestly just put their laces through it, close their eyes, put their laces through it as hard as they can. It probably will deflect in or something like that. But the way you went for it, way too casual, way too clever for someone who's not that type of player.
Another cross from the right-hand side. I don't know whether it already went out of play or not. But it was a cross into Stekelenburg's chest and it bounces off him. Could have easily went in the net there. He's looking dodgy, Stekelenburg. That should have been an easy one. That should have been a comfortable one. He could have cost his team an own goal there. Surely that's a corner kick. Yeah, it is a corner kick. Czech Republic getting all their joy down the right-hand side, Jack. Why do you think that is?
Listen, David, I'm not quite sure, but especially with the likes of Denzel Dumfries being the much more attacking fullback between him and Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt seems to be a bit more the defensive one, and yet they're finding a lot more joy down the right-hand side. Maybe Daley Blint, maybe it's because Daley Blint is the other center half there. I don't really rate Daley Blint as a defender. I rate him in possession. I think he's great in possession, but I do not rate him as much as a defender anymore. Let's think as well. Maybe Mazepus, David, and Barak, that one guy, Barak, that left footer with the short socks and the short shin pads. He seems to be kind of floating over there. They maybe seem to be doing like an overload or something like that, David. Maybe they're overloading that whole side, because I thought Barak is supposed to be on the other side, on the left-hand side, but he seems to have switched over there. And yet Mazepus...
Sevcik is supposed to be on the left, but Barak is in the midfield.
Yeah.
He's
so
playing more on the right. It's 1-0 Czech Republic. So Van Aanholt had the ball. He tried to shield it to win a throw-in. Their winger took it off them with a foot. Yeah. Van Aanholt got petulant. He kicked out, gave away a free kick. Ball was delivered in, back post, headed back across the goal. And who was it that got their head on it to give Czech Republic the lead? Czech Republic 1-up. We could very well have a bit of an upset to many people. Me and Jack didn't think it would be an upset. But honestly, who's got this one?
Oh, that was Holeš from Slavia Prague, David. It was Holeš.
Good finish.
So
it's a free kick in, header back across the box, and two Netherlands players there. Maybe they could have dealt with that on the line. But look, it was a good finish. Yeah, he just put his whole head behind it. Good power on the finish, nice and low as well. Yeah. And of course, good finish. Czech Republic 1-0 up. 1-0 up. Holeš is the scorer for Czech Republic. He's absolutely
David, I think
delighted.
You misquoted me, though. I mean, maybe we could go back to the beginning, obviously. But David, we weren't live at that point. But in the beginning, we were talking, David, and I was back in the Czechs, maybe to pull off an upset, because the whole time I haven't really, I've been impressed by the Dutch, David. They've, definitely proved me wrong in the group stages. But I did say I did need them to, prove me wrong again for this game. So that's why I was back in the Czechs. And maybe I'm right, but I think maybe just the Dutch just had that huge error from Daniel Malen and the likes of De Ligt that just flipped this game upside down. Yeah, good. Look, it was a good finish. It was coming. Czech Republic, they've been peppering that right-hand side all day long. It's where the best joy has come from, the best chances. And, of course, they're 1-0 up. Anyone that is tuning in now, it's Czech Republic 1, Holland 0, and Holland have De Ligt sent off. Holland are through here. What will he do? Good defending by Czech Republic. Comes across, takes it off his toe. Nice and casual. Could have easily been caught out with the pace I think was Dumfries there. Good defending. Brian Daigle says, Jack, to be Tottenham Hotspur new chief scout, his knowledge is second to none. Although his knowledge wouldn't matter, as we have an owner that doesn't lose or doesn't listen to people. He pays to find players, lad. 100%, lad. 100%, Mr. Daigle. I would love to be paid to be shut up by Daniel Levy. It would be great. It would be great to give him. It would be great to give him, tons of player scout reports, the whole lot. As long as he pays me handsomely to shut up, maybe I'd probably take it, David. I got to say, my morals aren't so great.
No, 100%. Scott, this Czech team is so bad, but could still fluke this game. Look, I don't actually think this Czech team is as bad as people think. The thing is, they're a unit. They defend as a unit, and they do try and get forward and nick a goal. And they do well at it. They do well at it. Like, look, they're not the most pleasing on the eye, but they're hard to beat. And
David,
that's what you need to be in international football.
David, this is what I mean. This might be a hot take, David, but to be honest, I think the Czechs play pretty similarly to how the French play, David. I mean, if we're going to say that, the Czechs don't look that great, this is how the French play. I mean, it's very pragmatic. It's very safe. It's wait till the opponent makes a big mistake. It's exactly how the French play. The French, I think they just have a similar approach. But the reason the Czechs maybe can get away with this is just because they're nowhere near as good of a squad.
Yeah.
So they have to take
100%.
this approach. They have to take this approach to the game.
Yeah, and it's water break here between Holland. I was going to say Tottenham and Czech Republic. Between Holland and Czech Republic, the water break is on. It gives the managers a chance, to get in the players here. But I really do think Holland could be done here. I really do. I fear for them right now. Aaron Dove, lol, 4 Dutch all on the line. No one picking up the lad who headed it yet. 100%, Aaron. I agree. People absolutely delighted that The Holland are losing here. Great Japanese pronunciation, David. I'm impressed. Thank you, my man. I do my best. David, that was casual. That's being disrespectful to casual. That was pathetic. That was referring to the chance we were talking about that. You know, he took his time on it. Alan Glauber says, play safe and pragmatic and wait for the opponent to make a mistake. That's how to win at poker and at all sport. Yeah, look, it depends what way you look at sport. You know, some people could say, look, want to play it the right way, this, that, and the other. But Alan, yeah, look, I agree.
If I were the Czechs, I completely agree. If I were the Czechs, I would do whatever it takes to win. I think like how even the Hungarians played is a perfect example. I thought they played, you know, to the best strategy that they could. Maybe the only thing I'm trying to say is if you're a really good team, if you have a really good starting 11, really good players to choose from, maybe you shouldn't, you know, mirror kind of the same styles as, you know, the likes of Hungary and the Czech Republic. But, you know, to each his own.
100%, 100%. And yes, Czech Republic have just scored, Adam. And I want to say a big up to Eugene as well in the comments. Big yourself up, my man. Yeah, so look, water break is commencing. It's a goal kick to Czech Republic.
About Veghorst coming
look,
on.
Let's see what Holland can offer.
About Veghorst, the very tall number 9 from Wolfsburg is coming on.
I think they need to get him on, Jack, because they need to put balls in the box.
He came on for a midfielder, David. He came on for a center mid from Martin de Roon, the guy from Atalanta.
That's the guy that used to play with Swansea.
I believe so, actually. Yeah. Yeah, he's had a good season. He's had a couple good seasons at Atalanta, David Martin de Roon. But interesting. Now they're probably going to go for Depay and Wout Weghorst up top together.
Yeah, look, it makes sense because they're getting to the point now where they need to whip balls in the box. And look, Depay is not exactly a target man, is he? And anyone that is watching in, no, you are not seeing things. It is Holland 0, Czech Republic 1, like it says on the banner below. So you're not seeing things, guys. I just need to put a space between that banner. Just give me 1 second. We'll get the right thing in there now, so we will. But yeah, look, it's Jack. What do you make of the game so far? Do you think Czech Republic deserved their lead?
I mean, David, it's maybe what I had a small feeling of maybe in the beginning of the game was that the Czechs are who I was rooting for. And I said the Czechs are going to win it. I see it being a 1-0. I see them kind of just squeezing it out, probably getting very lucky as well, which I think they've had. But also I think that it's been somewhat a professional performance by the Czechs. Obviously, it's not been the most exciting game. I would say the first half, David, though, was very exciting. The second half, not so much. But the first half was absolutely thrilling. And maybe it's almost like the Czechs seem to have settled down, where the pace of the Dutch was very scary for them at first, but now they've settled down and are able to control the game since they have one extra man as well. To be honest, I do think that Donyell Malen delict moment, David, it's just flipped the whole game on its head. It just came out of nowhere. It really did seem like if Donyell Malen just took it professionally, if he just slotted it past the keeper, we'd be talking about the Dutch and praising them instead of maybe trying to find the holes and what's gone wrong.
Yeah, look, for me, I actually think, look, Holland have had the better chances over the course of this game, but they didn't take them.
No.
You know, that huge miss by Malen when he tried to round the keeper and be too smart, it really has cost them. The long ball straight up, the Ligt fails to deal with it, handballs it, last man, he gets sent off. And this is why you're seeing what you're happening. But look, you have to praise Czech Republic. Look, they've stuck in, they've grinded out, they've kept it nil all till half time until something like this can happen. They're sending off or nick a goal, and it's come completely to fruition. The manager clearly identified a weakness down Holland's left-hand side, and all they've done is pepper it all game, and that's where their chances have come from, Czech Republic. And look, they've got their deserved lead, 1-0. Fair play to them. They've been very hard to beat. We watched them in the group stage. Bet Scotland. Oh, good ball in. Oh, just couldn't get on the end of it, Memphis Depay. But that was a good ball in by Dumfries right across the 6-yard area.
Yeah.
You know, if he was there a minute earlier, it could have been 1-1. But Czech Republic, interestingly, 3-on-3, pressing the ball up top. Oh, De Jong, that's poor. He's just given up. He's lost the ball, you know, with Czech Republic on the counter-attack, and he just stopped looking for a free kick. That's absolutely shocking. Good ball across to Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick on the ball now. Dumfries in behind him. Good play by Dumfries. wins the throw-in. Well, I've been very impressed with Dumfries today.
Dumfries, I think, has been the fullback of the tournament, David, honestly. And like I said, with I forget his name every time, but with Takayusa Timahiro, what is it? Takahisa
Tomayusi.
Takahiro Tomayusu.
Ooh.
I really do think that Dumfries is supposed to be around the same price that Takahiro is supposed to be going for. So that's why I would be very disappointed that we didn't get Dumfries, because I've known about him for some time. I think obviously now he's, had a lot of limelight and, maybe attention drawn to him, but he's always been available for a relatively cheap price from PSV. So it would be a great signing, and I would be disappointed if we signed Takahiro instead.
Yeah. Look, just quickly, the Holland midfield, they need to wake up here. They're giving away the ball. They're very slow to get back. And it's creating situations. If Czech Republic were any bit better. Oh! Souček trying one from the...
Yeah, from
not
midway.
Souček. Who was it? Mazepus, I think. Trying one from distance. Nearly curling it in top corner. But honestly, the Holland midfield need to wake up, Jack. They're getting the pocket picked. And it's just a couple of occasions there. If Czech Republic were any better with the ball, they would have been in. They're creating 3-on-3 situations with the Holland defence. And look, Holland need to wake up a little bit here, especially in midfield. A bit lightweight in there, to be honest with you. Everybody that is watching, 144 years right now, incredible. Make sure you do smash a like on the stream, guys. Really do help out the We Are Tottenham TV, guys. Make sure you smash or subscribe on the channel if you're new as well. And look, don't be afraid to get in a super chat too to show your support for the channel. But Czech Republic, 1-0 up. It's amazing. And look, I do think it looks like they're going to go on and grind this out for me. I do think they are going to go and take the win. They're making a substitution here. Mazepus is off. Mazepus has come off. So look, that's another change. Let's bring in a few people. We have MRFR. We won't get Dumfries, Jack. The board aren't ambitious enough.
That's what I'm saying, though, is that Dumfries is not. He wasn't that ambitious of a fullback to go for. He's always been very available for a cheap price. Not been, the fullback that's been on everybody's tongues until this tournament, David. That's the only time I think anyone's really ever spoken about him. So yeah, to be honest, I think he would have been a very much a Spurs signing if we had gotten him maybe before.
Oh, Jack, it's 2-0. Patrick Schick with his 4th goal of the tournament. It's 2-0 to Czech Republic. Patrick Schick has dusted Holland off here nicely. Good finish.
Come on, the lads. Come on, the boys.
What it is. Holland, look, Holland were getting ready to make 2 changes, I think. 2 guys standing on the sidelines. What's going on? Why's my phone gone dead?
No problem. What a goal, though, by Patrick Schick, to be honest. At least with the Czech Republic, it does seem like, I don't know. I will say to you guys, the Daniel Malin incident, it just absolutely flipped the game on its head, absolutely changed it entirely. And to be honest, credit to the Czechs for being able to take over. It did seem that once the Dutch went to 10 men, the game has completely changed, and the whole scale of the game, so much more time on the ball for some of these players, for the Czechs, especially Barak, especially Schick, especially Holeš, especially Souček. A lot of these players have had so much more time on the ball. And it's just actually, as much as I did want to see the Czechs win, it's kind of sad to see this happen. Incredible touch, though, by from Holeš. Yeah, incredible touch from Holeš, the guy who scored the first goal there. Incredible goal. So, wow. Yeah, incredible touch there from Holeš. Great finish from Schick. I do apologize. My stream is a bit behind, or my game is a bit behind everyone else's, but incredible goal by the Czechs. And to be honest, a huge upset. Will be interesting to see how far they actually go in this tournament. Let me check right now. I do believe the Czechs, if I'm not mistaken, they might be on the easier side of the bracket as well. I believe. Yeah, wow. It does seem like interesting. Yeah, guys, the Czechs are also, they will be facing the Danish after this game. So that will be very interesting. they're on the easier side of the bracket, you would say. Yeah, they're on the easier side of the tournament, with the Czechs maybe causing this big upset. Maybe big news for the English fans, especially if you guys beat the Germans. Could be a lot easier now with the Dutch maybe being out as well. Maybe the three strong teams were the Dutch, the English, and the Germans, and now the Dutch being gone could be huge. Could be huge for you guys, especially if you were to make it past the Germans in the round of 16. You'll be either seeing the Czechs or the Danish, I believe, in the semifinal, which would be insane. But yeah. Well done to the Czechs, though. Well done. I do think they've been very underrated this tournament. They've had very professional performances, especially against the likes of the Italians, or they've had similar performances to the likes of the Italians defensively. Only let in so many goals, I think, as well. So, yeah, I will say incredible performance by the Czechs. Incredible. Fortunately, I don't have access to the comments as well, though, so I can't see what you guys are saying. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game. Anybody that is a fan of D'Orange, I do apologize. I mean, it is quite unfortunate that that moment from Daniel Malin absolutely changed the whole game. And maybe that's the person who's going to be taking up the newspapers, is Daniel Malin. After all this, I do feel bad for him. He will be all over the newspapers for maybe ruining this whole game for them. But welcome back, David.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jack.
No
Phone
problem.
decided he wanted to do an update. I don't know why he decided to do it right now.
No,
look,
that's all right,
guys,
David.
it is Holland nil, Czech Republic 2. Honestly, Holland, look, good goal by Patrick Schick. You know, he's getting his fourth goal of the tournament. He'll be absolutely delighted. So he will, absolutely delighted. Do you think over the course of the game, Jack, that Czech Republic deserved to go through?
Yeah, David, I think over the course of the game, you could say that they've actually held their own. Maybe only that first 20 minutes, David, maybe that first 30 minutes that the Dutch looked really dangerous. They were getting in behind. They had good patterns of play that the Czechs couldn't seem to handle right. The coach even had to make that kind of adjustment we were saying, where he had to spread the center halves and put one of his midfielders in the middle as well. So maybe that you can maybe say that the Czechs, for being maybe a bit of a lesser side in quality, they've actually game managed quite well. They've managed the game very well. And then once they got their opportunity with the red card, they've absolutely taken it in stride. And again, very professional from the Czechs. I do believe they've been a very professional team this tournament.
Yeah, they have to be fair to them. They have, in fairness, 2-0 up. Look,
Frankie de Jong getting a yellow card for dissent, it looks like.
I'm not surprised, though, Jack. I'm not surprised with de Jong, because you know what? Like, since they went 1-0 down, to be honest with you, I actually think he's had a bit of a bad attitude. At one stage, he lost the ball there, and he just put his hands up expecting the referee to bail him out and give him a free kick.
It's very La Liga. That's very La Liga, yeah.
And it was definitely, it was before, Czech Republic went 2-0 up. And I think maybe the, I like this guy that's after coming on. What's his name?
Oh, Adam Hlotzek, yeah. And Alex Kral.
Kral, that's it. Kral, yeah. I have to say I like him. I think he gets stuck in.
He does.
Look, the Czech Republic manager ringing a few changes, probably giving a few boys a bit of a rest. You can say this game is off. It is finished. And interestingly, Czech Republic, when Holland get the ball, they're trying to press them very high up the pitch, which is interesting considering they are 2-0 up. Yeah, so fair play to them. Everybody in the comments, I do apologise for that mishap, but I am back here again. Let's get a few comments in as well. But big up, everybody. We have Let's Talk Spurs. Big up, Kieran. I appreciate that, my man. Alan Glauber, Daigle, you managed to convey the same persona through the text too. Big up. Big up, Mark Swift. He's calling people out to hit the like. I like that. Everybody, make sure you do smash a like on this stream. I can't stress how much enough it helps. WeAreTottenhamTV out, how much it helps me out filling in for the two boys. You know what I mean? And of course, I will be back again later on with the Portugal Holland game starting at 10 to 8 UK time, and then Irish time as well. And then it'll be 10 to 3 over on the stateside. So make sure you tune in for the watch along, and I'll be doing both of them tomorrow. Love from Nepal, big up. I really appreciate that.
Wow.
Can Denmark get to the final? You never know. You never know, man. Scott M guarantees one terrible team in the semi-final. I wouldn't say terrible. I think anybody that gets there deserves to be there.
I was explaining that, though, David. I was explaining that to the potential English fans that are always there listening. I did say, with the Czechs going through, that does mean, the Dutch, one of the bigger teams, maybe up this kind of weaker side of the bracket, are out, David. And it's now maybe only the English and the Germans that are maybe the two big teams that are left on this side of the kind of the weaker bracket, one might say.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. 100%. I couldn't agree more. Everybody, look, let me know what you think of later on's game. Do you think that who's going to win it? Belgium, Portugal. Aaron Dove says, are Ben and Sim twins? Genuine question. No, they're not. They're not twins. Ben is older than Sim, but they may as well be twins. They go on like twins. And Brian Daigle, exactly. You tell him, Mr. Daigle. You tell him. Everybody, look, let me know what you think of today's game so far. Do you think Czech Republic are worthy winners? Jack, do you think the Lick's sending off to change the game, maybe? And Malin's miss, of course.
I think David just completely changed the game. I might have even gone as far to say I think the Dutch probably would have won it, David. I think they would have won it if Daniel Malin didn't take that chance the way he did, if he didn't take it so lightly, and if De Ligt didn't have a Moon Boots and Dyer, if they had a baby, or Moon Boots and GPS Sanchez, if they had a baby kind of moment there. If that didn't happen, and if the Daniel Malin chance didn't happen, I think Dutch probably would have won it, David.
100%, I agree with you. In Czech Republic here again on the attack, through Patrick Schick. Oh, he plays a good ball. Is he on? This is going to be the question. Oh, he misses controls it. Oh, that's shocking. Oh, that should have been 3-0. He's lucky. He is lucky. We have a Ruth Singleton. I wanted the Dutch to go through, lol. Of course we did. And big up from New York City. Spurs gal, big yourself up. Hope you're keeping well. My man Jack here is a New York man himself. Brooklyn born, not Brooklyn born and raised, but Brooklyn. Brooklyn is where he is now. But big up yourself. And I hope you're enjoying New York. It's a city I've always wanted to go to. Just never had the funds to get there, but I will make it my mission to get there. Crocodox. Netherlands have just messed up my fantasy team big time. I well believe it. I'd say there's a lot more like you out there. Big yourself up, Mark Swift. Big yourself up, my man. I appreciate that. Aaron Dove, yeah, and if Pochettino Mourinho had a baby, we'd have the perfect manager. Yeah, 100%, lad, 100%. I agree with you. Czech Republic on the attack here. Look, Netherlands, they're just throwing people forward. Why not? They're 2-0 down. They have to try and do something. But anytime Czech Republic get the ball now, they're just breaking on them. And look, they're doing much of the same. And it's a corner. Two Holland defenders around him, and he wins a corner. And look, do you know what? I'm gutted for Holland in a way. But look, we did say when Malin missed that chance, we thought maybe it could come back to haunt them. It was a big chance, Jack.
Yeah.
He tried to be too clever around the keeper.
Only seconds later than two, David.
Could we be looking for a potential penalty here for Holland? Although that would be harsh. Yeah, no, it's not. His arms was by his side for Czech Republic. That'll be harsh. But look, it's going to be a big lesson for Malin to learn, though, Jack, isn't it? At this level, you have to be clinical, because look, it can change in an instant, and it happened. De Ligt got you sending off long ball straight from that missed chance, straight up. De Ligt got sent off, and now all of a sudden they find themselves 2-0 down. Who do you put this more on, the missed chance from Malin or De Ligt?
It's really tough, David. To be honest, De Ligt's error was so catastrophic. It's really hard. I think it's just both equally. I wouldn't say maybe they're equally bad. Maybe we're being again maybe a little too harsh on Malin. Maybe the only reason we're also mentioning Malin is just because it seemed to happen seconds after De Ligt's moment, after Malin missed that chance. So maybe De Ligt was just expecting him, put it away. Maybe he was just maybe switched off a little bit or something. But I would say De Ligt's moment was probably a bit more catastrophic, David, and probably flipped the game more on its head once they went down to 10 men, especially their best defender being gone as well, David. I do think that probably ruined the game for them. So maybe it comes more down to just De Ligt's moment.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Let's talk Spurs. Yeah, my fantasy team is in the mud as well. Shamu, Conte time for Jakic and Harwich. 100%, man. Simurak Mikkelsen, love the name. Hey, Denmark versus Czech. Is that going to be the game? Is that the next game?
Yeah, it is, David. That's what I was saying. Is it's on that? They're on this side of the bracket.
Denmark will make the semis.
That's going to be glorious.
It'd be like
David.
92 all over again. Something happened. They weren't expecting to go to the tournament. They had to go to the tournament. They called the players together last minute, got them together, and I think they went on and won the tournament. And interestingly, Jack, don't know whether you know this. I'd be so happy if you don't, because it means I'd be telling you something you don't know. But do you know they brought back in the pass back rule? Because in that tournament, to waste time and everything else, they kept on just passing the ball back to the keeper, and then he'd wait for someone to come and then he'd pick it up, and they'd just take the piss. And plus, they were able to relieve a lot of the pressure that way, and then just get the ball along up the field and stuff like that. So interestingly, the pass back rule was brought in and changed after that.
Wow, I did not know that, David. I remember seeing, because I watched that very famous game once between Sunderland and Leeds, right, for that FA Cup final. That very famous game where Sunderland beat Leeds. You know, at the time, Leeds was practically the best team in the world, and they beat them. But I remember just when I was watching that game, I just couldn't get over just how much teams would just pass back to their goalkeeper when it came to any sort of danger at all. And I just thought that was, the most unfair thing to any striker, you know, trying to pressure the ball. It just made pressing almost seem kind of pointless, David, at that time period. And so, you are teaching me something, David. Absolutely.
Nah, good. Look, you know, it's 10-7 here, so it's history time, Jack. You know, so had to get one off there. Slimerak Mikkelsen says, "I'm from Greenland. Well, big yourself up, man. Never been to Greenland. You know, I obviously I've heard about. I know a bit about it. Let me know what you think of it. Do you enjoy living there? What do you like? What do you not like? You know, big up, man. I've never met anyone from Greenland, so big yourself up." Alan Glober, it's only the marketing, but that would be why we'd get him rather than De Vries or Dumfries. Yeah, 100%, Alan, 100%. Everybody, because it's gone into injury time here. There's only a minute left. Make sure you have smashed that like button on the stream. Can't stress how important it is. Make sure you do smash and subscribe if you're new. Help the two boys who do actually run this channel. It's not me that runs it. It is the two boys, Ben and Sim. You know, I may be better looking or whatever you want to say, but, you know, it isn't me that runs it. It's Ben and Sim. So, you know, make sure you do smash and subscribe for them. You know, reward them for all the hard work they've put in to get themselves to 80K. They're on the big push for 100K subs now as well. And everybody else, feel free to throw in a stream or a super chat to help support the channel. Brian Daigle says, "I want Belgium to win for two huge reasons. One, I love Jan Vertonghen. Two, I am totally unconvinced that Levy is waiting for Belgium. I'm totally convinced that Levy is waiting for Belgium to go outside and appoint Martinez. So we need to delay this big time. Shamu, either of you planning a trip to New Zealand?" Shamu, I wish, lad. It's expensive to get out that side of the world, lad.
Yeah.
Dutch. James Redmond says, "Dutch were missing Van Dijk, big loss." Yeah, that is a big loss. And does Trump still want to buy Greenland? Big yourself up, Baron.
Probably didn't know it was actually already, you know, owned by another country, or already, you know, the property of another country. So he probably, you know, is learning that for the first time.
100%. And man, let me know. Does Greenland have a football team? You need to let me know. If not, who do the players from Greenland represent?
They represent Denmark, David, probably. I would think.
Do they?
Yeah, I believe. I forget if all of Greenland is, you know, technically a Denmark territory, or maybe most of it, but most of the territory is, property of Denmark.
Yeah, look, let me know the ratio of men to women in the country as well. You know, there's more women than men. We can send a few of the singletons out there and get them hooked up and create our own version. Greenland's Love Island.
New Love Island, set, David. New Love Island set. Greenland, that'd be beautiful.
You know. Oh, yeah, they do have a football team. Big yourself up, lad. I never see you in any of the qualification groups around them. Why is that, man? Why is that? Why are you not in the Euro qualifiers and stuff? Let me know. Ash says, what do you fellas think is Steven Gerrard as next Spurs manager? Apparently they're talking to him. Look, you know, he's gone to Rangers, he's done a job, but it's a bit like Frank Lampard going to Derby. You're still taking a shot at the unknown. And for me, I'd rather see him manage a team in the Premier League before we take a punt on that. But then again, we probably are at the point where we do need to be taking these risks. But look, guys, we are going to end it back there, because we will be back at 10 to 8 with another watch along for the Portugal versus Belgium game, and we will be joined by, you know, Brian Daigle from Tottenham away. So it'll be myself, Jack, and Brian Daigle for the next watch along at 8 p.m. So guys, look, make sure you do smash the like on the stream. Make sure you smash the subscribe on the channel, and I hope to see all of you back here, the We Are Tottenham TV army. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you back here at 10 to 8, and I'll see you all then. It's Finnish Republic 2, Holland nil, Czech Republic deservedly go through, and they'll be playing Denmark in the quarters. Up to We Are Tottenham TV. Big yourselves up, everyone, for tuning in. See you back here at 10 to 8 for the big one. Belgium v Portugal. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be an absolute cracker. And look, we're going to end it, even though it's the Euros, we're going to end it. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, the Czechs.